All right, you guys, I'm going to show you how to properly use a pocket holster, which I have in my jeans for a demonstration here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to clear this Ruger LCP. Okay, we got a snap cap. Nothing in the chamber, nothing in the mag well. Magazine empty. Now we could leave a snap cap in, but I'm just going to leave it like this for now. Okay, so what I want to show you here is, if you look here, this here is a pocket holster. The most important thing about a pocket holster, step number one, is you want to make sure that when you're reaching inside your holster, that your middle finger on the Ruger LCP can get around the grip like that. A lot of these, what will happen is this grip will slide down too far, so that when you reach in your pocket, your fingers are going to bump up against this and have to fight to get a hold of the grip. See, I don't have to fight to get a hold of the grip, see? So that's how you want it. The way you do every holster you have is you take the gun like this, put it in the holster, and when it touches, or just before it touches your middle finger, that's where you want to set it. So I would set it right here. And I'll show you how I got this one set. So this goes in the bottom of your pocket, and I'll show you how I set it. This clip right here is clipped onto the holster so that the holster doesn't come with the gun. If you're pulling out a gun and you got a holster wiggling around and making it go different directions, it's going to be slow on your draw. So you want to make sure that that holster isn't moving when you pull the gun out. So it's nice they provide a holster, pocket holster for you that hooks right here, but it doesn't always hook like it should. So you want to do this here. And the proper way to grab for the holster, or for your gun in your holster, the proper way to do it is you have to look down first. I know a lot of people are saying just do it without looking. You have to look down, because this fold in your pocket, sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's like this, and you can't always be real accurate when you put your hand in there. So what you need to do is you need to look first. You're going to shape your hand like this, because your thumb can sometimes get caught up. So you want to shape your hand like this. Go in. Step number one is you're going to push up on that pocket. Okay, see how I'm pushing? You want to push up like that. So step number one is push, slide, grab, and pull out. Push, slide, grab, pull out. That's how you want to do it. Once again, you need to look, because if it's like this, you might know where the pocket is, but notice how the pocket's closed. But if I'm looking, I can get in there and I can pull that gun out, okay? The other thing is, if you're wearing t-shirts like this, normally what will happen with the t-shirt is it's going to cover, if you're not tucking it in, it's going to cover that pocket area. And this adds an additional step, and that's not good. You don't want an additional step where you have to move your clothing. So what I would suggest is you tuck in your t-shirt like this, get all tucked in, okay? Or roll up that corner and put another clip there. I know it's going to look kind of sloppy when you're wearing your shirt like this, but nobody knows there's a gun in here, but they do know that you're a little bit sloppy because one side is longer than the other, but you know, it doesn't matter, because you're going to save your life being able to get to your gun like that. So another thing, advice I have for people, probably women specifically, when you're walking in the parking lot, let's say that you just have your keys. Let's say you don't have a purse, or even if you had a purse, you'd probably most likely carry it in your left hand or something. You can casually walk in the parking lot at night like this with your hands in your pocket. Nobody's going to think you're suspicious. And you can have your hand on that firearm ready so that you can just pull it out whenever you need it. So you're already ready because your hand is already on the gun for that quick draw. Or if you had a hoodie, sweatshirt, same thing. You got a pocket. You can just put your hands in your pocket like this, and you just draw like that. So the reason why it hooked like that is because I'm not wearing the pants. If I wasn't wearing the pants, there'd be tension, and I'd be able to get out like that. So if I think that there's danger and I know it's coming, I'm going to have my hands in my pocket like this. And you want to make sure that your hands are in your pocket like this with your finger like this, not on the trigger, because even though the LCP, it's hard to set off the trigger because it's a long double action, it's a heavier trigger pull. If you start doing things differently where you get a gun that's got a lighter trigger pull, if you're not doing this and you're having your finger on the trigger, you could have an accidental discharge. So you want to do everything the same way, no matter what. So that light trigger pull on that next gun that you have, if, say, you can get away with it going like this with the Ruger LCP all day, it's not, it's a very heavy trigger pull. But if you buy a new gun that's got a light trigger pull and you do the same method like this, you could have an accidental discharge. So I recommend that even though, it has a heavier pull, similar action to like a revolver, the double action, I recommend that you always draw your firearm like this and pull it out, even though you could have your finger on the trigger. Pull it out like this and then put your finger on the trigger if you need to shoot. So that's just something I wanted to show you guys. Once again, it's important. I see a lot of holsters, and I've noticed this with a lot of people, and they don't have the first step down. Like if you have another type of holster like this that, say, you're wearing inside the waistband or outside the waistband, you want to make sure the same thing with them holsters too, is that middle finger has room to move. Because if this gun is too far forward, once again, you're going to bump your finger and fumble around. You don't want that. So, but anyway, hope you guys liked the video. This is just a way to cut down some time. It's hard getting in a pocket to begin with, but it's a way to cut down some time. Once again, I'm saying you look down. It doesn't take long. You look down so that you know where that hand's going to go, because sometimes your jeans will be like flat like this where the pocket is. And if you're used to just going like this without looking, sometimes you'll slip right here. And what you want is you want to look, because you could do this 10 or 20 times with looking and you won't make any mistakes. But if you try it without looking, some people are going to have mistakes because of the way their jeans are. Certain positions, when you're walking or sitting, this part of the pocket is going to be moving and stuff. So I recommend that you look down first, cup your hand, go upward like this, and then slide, grip, and draw. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, you guys.